penis, gagging you with entertainment.
Are you in the market for an apocalypse vehicle? Then come by the Dix Division Prepper Warehouse today. We have many treaded models to suit any terrain, but if you're planning on staying in town, we have that covered too. Great for the farm and the luxury garage. Dix Division Prepper Warehouse has exactly what you need. Open late Mondays and Thursdays on Comix Division's channel. Hailing from the heart of the Pixel Nation, Comix Division presents Thursday Night Throwdown!
Why are we here again?
It's Thursday.
Because
contractual obligations.
Because we burned Wang's Cantonese kitchen to the ground, and we've got to take a half of your super chats and give it to Wang.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My probie has to sign my slip every Thursday.
That's right.
Yeah.
To get
Fun fact: Culture Casino got busted for drunk driving and was forced to do charity work, and of course that charity work is being on my stream.
It is.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't know how you get drunk off of bull's milk, but hey, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
it's potent.
there.
It's special kind of talent, I guess.
You know, before we get too far into this, I need to address something.
Again, I thought we covered this, Doc.
So
red dress, blue dress.
Every time I misspell something, Comix Division charges me $1 billion. It's in the contract, and I got all this recorded and all this stuff from there. And you know, I call it short con because he's a short con man. All right, so that's what I call it. But I want everyone to know that what he did is he Rochambeau'd me for this, for the contract. And yeah, and Shane
I went first
Istep,
and Talks lost.
And Shane Istep actually recorded it. Yeah.
Like I said, I won.
Oh my god!
And yeah, that's how that went.
Oh boy,
it's a lot of nut punching and kicking.
That's how we settle disputes in the Dix Division.
Yeah. So sorry. That's how I get fired. Is I take stuff from people in our chat. I just randomly play it at the beginning of streams without telling comics.
We have so much fun doing it.
I know. It's kind of like every time. Oh yeah, I'm going to be on this person's stream in 10 minutes. Can you promote this kind of stuff? That's always good. So,
wow, how's everyone doing tonight?
Better than Tox's nutsack. Holy crap!
A lot of fun.
I love your reaction of just looking down and like that look of despair of why am I here?
Yeah, why did I do this?
Yeah.
What happened? Let's see. So, had a battery die in the truck, so had to get a new one of those.
You got a new truck?
No, new battery. Just because the $300 battery goes out doesn't mean I go buy a new $50,000 truck. So
you don't do that?
No, I do not. That's only people in Texas.
Comics, you gotta raise his
and my
allowance.
wife.
Yeah, your wife. Yeah. Oh, the car, it smells. I need a new one. It ran out of gas. That's so.
Is that a used truck? Because like that won't even get you like a mini truck. That's like you need like $78,000 truck.
Yeah.
Base.
Well, I mean, it's a 2016.
Okay.
You know. Yeah. So, but the fortunate thing is the youngest kid is in doing the technical thing at the local community college, and he's learning about power mechanics and how to be a mechanic and how to do all this stuff and everything with the vehicles. And oh, they're here to tell me now if the battery has been changed.
Okay, this is like a punchline for a joke.
No, they lost one of the screws, so I'm going to have to
Are you serious? We were all waiting for the punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go find a tool real quick, and yeah, hopefully we'll get that battery changed.
Wow. All right. Bye then.
Okay.
Yes, dear, I'm coming. At least I'm not getting meat thrown to the face tonight.
Insert tool joke here.
Yeah. Go find your tool.
Yeah, it's in there.
And you go find a tool. Well, Tox, all you have to do is look in the mirror.
Oh, that's funny. Where is that?
Shot. Rim shot. Thank you.
Bam. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Well, that wasn't the punchline. Is we also found out we need to get a new heater today.
Yeah.
So
that
yeah,
sucks, dude.
that's gonna be great. All right, let me go find this tool. Oh wait, there's one in the upper left. There we are. All right, be back in a minute.
Oh, that was funny. How you doing, Culture? What are you up to?
I'm fantastic. I'm looking at the amazing chat. We have so many people joining us this evening. Thanks for being here, everybody. I released 5 videos 4 days in a row. I'm doing it again tomorrow. That's 25
5
videos.
videos in like a day, or just
in a
like
day.
5 videos?
No. 5 videos a day.
How's that channel growth working out for you?
I haven't had any. We're 20 videos in.
I'm watching you every day when you're. I mean, I'm not hopping in chat, but I'm watching you every day for those.
No, I
morning videos you got.
The 6-minute dailies. Yeah, that take 13 minutes. But no. But it's fun because like I found out that one of the videos I recorded today to get to Grant for tomorrow was corrupted.
Oh no, that sucks.
Do you know how hard it is to recreate your vim and vigor? To do that again, it's crazy. But
considering I've had to do that before, I think I told people the story about how I recorded an entire video and had to redo it because
the audio.
No, the editor I was using, I undid all the recordings. I'm not sure how that's even possible, but apparently with ScreenFlow, it's completely possible.
Oh, that sucks. Oh man. Yeah, no, I've done it now twice where I record a video and it's perfect. The visual quality is great, the whole 9. But the audio didn't record. So
that's frustrating. That's why I tell people who are getting into this, always do a audio check first before recording.
Yep.
Seriously, like legit. I always record something and I go and listen to make sure that it sounds fine because you never know when an audio setting might accidentally get screwed up. Yeah.
Power cable. What I found out? I was making a video today and I found out I could just dub over myself because I'm wearing a mask.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's what's great about you is whenever I go to do a full meme of you, like a video meme, I can just insert voice here.
Yep,
and I'm good. No, it's great, but it happens, and there's another way to solve that issue, which I found out, which is also a good way to do audio editing, is to record yourself with Audacity at the same time you're recording yourself with your whatever video capture you're using.
Yeah, that's a good workaround. Yeah.
And not only that, it's easier to clean up the audio on Audacity than it is in most video software. But anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you, Comix. I'm glad to be here. I love Thursdays. We get to goof around a little bit more. So we've already goofed around a lot, and apparently Tox had his nuts goofed around with.
What? No, they're fine. They're okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Those were professionals. Yes.
Okay.
AJ. Do you know what's weird? Seeing Comix Division in sunlight. Yeah. It just proves to you I'm not a vampire. Yeah. So.
Deja vu. Somebody said that after the Vegas meetup last year.
What?
Yeah.
They met you. They said, seeing him in the daylight, it's so different.
Do you remember the images that we came back with of Comix Division in that little spacey weird tunnel thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
John Corcosa took great photos of him there. I want those. I want to see those. I think
I look so fat.
They're all on John's
I really
page.
need to work out.
You fatter than me?
Oh. I don't know. I think I look fat. That's just me.
I think I'm both of you rolled up into one.
Probably. Jeremy Wormy for $2. Hail all. Rocks, please let me out. Yeah.
No.
That's usually how all of our guests are when we have them on. Because once we hit the credits, they immediately bolt from the back room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're scary backstage.
Yeah. I don't blame them. I run too.
Yeah. I am glad she doesn't throw nuts in my face because then I'd be Barack Obama.
Wow.
Oh boy.
You know, she could get those little packets of nuts and throw them at you. That way she could say she
that would
throws
be great.
her nut sack at you.
Mixed nuts anyway.
Well, I've got Corey has that bag on its side. Says that like my sack. I have that. She could put nuts in that and throw it at me. She could throw Corey's nut sack at me. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Wow, it's just been one of those days, folks. I got told I'm gonna have to spend multiple thousands of dollars to get a furnace replaced in the house, and I'm just like, yeah, great. I wasn't planning on that.
So
We
Yeah.
were working to get out, So
For me, something just happened at work that just pissed me off, and that was really about it.
Work's actually been okay. Not great, but okay. We healthcare's a little weird.
Yep. It
And
certainly is.
you want to talk about healthcare companies making money? They're not. Insurance companies, however, are making a killing. Obamacare really helped them out.
Oh, it
Did nothing for your healthcare
certainly,
provider.
certainly did.
No.
Dexter Morgan says, and unfortunately, I can't highlight it because I had to prove it, which is weird. I don't know why this comment, of all comments, I had to approve. But it says, it's not that you're fat, Comics. It's that you're short and fat, which is accurate. Is accurate.
Oh, wow. That must be what? Obesity's a bad word now?
No,
I guess.
it's not.
I gotta beware the truck nuts, apparently.
Yeah, I don't get truck nuts. I really don't.
Whoa.
It's better than tucked nuts. Those.
Or stomped nuts, because I'm still. You don't understand. I'm still reeling from that post intro video clip you shared. I'm like, it was
Well, it was all Sean Etep, and he probably wasn't here to watch it.
That's no good.
He'll have to go back and watch from the beginning.
Yes, he will.
So, what do you guys think of the thumbnail?
I like it. That was a very good thumbnail.
I appreciate the fact that there's some female representation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm
What,
using the
culture,
wrong
you don't
one.
count? Okay, you can ram shot me for that one.
Okay.
I was waiting for these are my friends.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too.
I need to get that on screen.
Mr. Grant Gregory is saying, "Play the clip."
Well, hang on. Steven wants me to get to his super chat.
Grant's
we'll do
clip.
Yeah. Steven says for $5, so Flea is going to teach Laura Croft to fight for the rights of all rock kind. No guns, just rocks.
I think I like that premise.
Yeah.
But since it's Flea, wouldn't it be just socks?
No, I think what he meant was Fleabag.
Oh.
Because that's who's doing it. Is Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Isn't she playing in that
She's forever going to be
Indiana
Phoebe
Jones?
Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah, she's in Indiana Jones.
So she's
but
getting
her role
typecast
may
now.
have been cut down a little bit from.
Well, the
last
funny
year.
thing about it is she's talking about how she's this huge Tomb Raider fan, which I call bullshit on. And it's like, no, this is just another franchise for her to come along and burn down.
Yeah, this will be the third one that she sets ablaze.
Yep.
So, Fleabag herself.
Yep. No franchise is safe. Not even the ones that are run by women or have women in it. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's. I wonder what they're going to do. So the lead article that we have is about how Amazon said it's the second largest, to Rings of Power. So they spent like $500 billion on Rings of Power, whatever much it was. So they could just say that they're spending like $10 million on this one, and it would be second, from there. But it's a beloved franchise. I thought the original films with what's her name,
Angelina
Jolie were good.
Yeah. And the physics were good.
Yeah.
Especially the jiggle physics.
The gigolos? What?
The jiggle physics.
The
Jello?
physics. The physics.
The jello. The jello physics.
Yeah, before she had the massive
Zogs.
reduction. After she got the addition, then she got the subtraction.
That's
right. Yeah. Which she did because of the genetics. I mean,
right.
I can understand that. Given the genetic marker that she had that
for the triple bad word score. Yeah.
That one. That hit. So given that one, I'd say that she made a good choice in doing what she did. from there.
Yep.
But Grant had made this thing, and it's about 2 minutes, so maybe we don't want to play it until a little later. So Grant's very excited. He wants me to play it now.
Well, hang on. Let me finish.
Let's get
with
through some
super
stuff,
chats.
and we
Mr. Grant Gregory gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Grant.
Yeah,
Same
I think
as
I'm
Samuel
subscribed to
Orange
play it.
Damn it.
is celebrating his 1 month as a
Hey,
member at the
Simo.
Take My Money Damn It level. He says Eliza is beyond forgiveness and she is dangerous and evil. She had a redemption path and closed poorly. She's a liar and I think trying to hurt people who call BS.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to hurt people who call BS. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
Be careful
sad.
because she's starting to get people's accounts struck on YouTube. I've seen 2 in the past 45 minutes or an hour that their channels are getting struck. So just heads up.
strikes for what?
I sent you 2 things in the private chat. Second one's coming up now, but 2 people from what I've seen have been struck for a violation on YouTube.
Well, I'm only reading a super chat, so or a
right.
member
I mean, if you're
thing.
showing that image, that's what they're going after, is this preset image, and it just shows you that they're all in cahoots. They all talk to each other and do the same things, and it's all ex-CIA and FBI employees.
Yeah, that
out
I
there.
would. It's funny. If it wasn't the fact that they exposed that, I would be calling bullshit. But it's true. It's all true.
And notice the Twitter files have kind of twittered out. I mean, it just
Well, they're still
there's
going.
still a
Just
lot
people.
there.
Yeah, they're still going. The problem is, I think people just got tired of it because they're just dragging everything out.
Well, then they started screwing with their algorithm again, and then
Yeah,
it
there's
was
that
people
too.
were getting tons of engagement and then none. So
Yeah.
either that means most of Twitter is just a bot or paid shills, or a lot of those. It could be. I have a theory that all those layoffs that they've had at Google and at other of these big tech companies are their paid influencers to drum up stuff. Because I know that there were 4 influencers that were fired from Google, and they were paid to drum up stuff for Google. There was some specific people that did CSS and programming on Chrome and other content like that that are gone. So the people, it's self-fulfilling prophecy. If I had a social media company, half my company would be dedicated to making sure that there was content and engagement on my platform.
Well, that's what like the Reddit creators talked about, like the original creators, that they had fake accounts where they were going around and creating engagement. And it's like I get where they're coming from, like the whole idea that if you come to a platform there's no engagement, who's going to stick around? So they kind of drummed up this fake engagement, which made the site popular.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be dead internet theory. It could be a lot of different things behind it. It could be the fact that they just fucked their algorithm up. Who knows? I mean, I think one of the biggest issues that we're going to run into with Twitter right now, being at the fact that it was in the hands of the establishment, and I think Elon is trying his best to make it as fair of a platform as possible. I use air quotes with that because I think there's obvious bias at times that he has for Eliza. But at least the quartering's back. I believe. Is Brittany back?
No, I don't think she's back.
Okay.
Brittany's not back, and
Yellow
Yellow
Flash isn't.
Flash. I
Yellow
don't
Flash
think
isn't,
he's
but the
back.
quartering is.
So I don't know, man. It's a mess. Either Twitter is dying or they're just going through growing pains. So I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
if
Dave
we lose
Rubin
Twitter-
actually.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, Dave Rubin actually had a meeting with Elon about a week and a half ago, and he released a Rubin report on it. Elon's basically saying the code is so jacked that every little change they make, there's
something?
like 10 to 20 cascading breaking, changes that are made. He said
That does not
what he
surprise
told
me.
Rubin is likely they will have to rewrite the code from the ground up
Scratch,
to fix
yeah.
Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that. One of the problems
So it
that
may
you have
not
with
be
an agile
intentional on
development
some of
environment
those
is
stuff.
that.
Well, that's
Is
what
that-
my thought was initially, was that there's an issue with the code.
And that part of we've got an article about that later on too, where somebody doesn't believe Elon. Why is he testing the code and all that stuff there? I'm like, this
Dude,
guy?
at least he's fucking involved, man. I mean, there's a lot of CEOs that wouldn't do that shit. And obviously he cares enough about the platform that he's willing to do it himself. I've worked for people like that are that vested in their product and their company that they're willing to do that. The CEO for my previous company still wrote code, even though he shouldn't be doing it. He still did it because it was his baby. And
and being involved is incredibly important, not just for the company's health, but for the employees to see that that you're willing to throw down in the midst of a crisis. I worked in a corporation like that when I was early in my IT career, a long time ago in a galaxy far away. That they'd run to the front lines whenever there was like chaos, and believe me, the buy-in of the employees at that time, I mean, they had everybody in the palm of their hand for a good reason, because they were dedicated to making the business successful, and they didn't want the employees to suffer anything that they didn't suffer.
Yeah,
that's real leadership. You don't see that very often anymore.
No, I think the other thing too, for me, I really do think that Twitter was between like 30 to 40% bots.
Easily.
Yeah. And the people who weren't bots were getting banned.
Well, it's really strange. And then consider that, that he's actually going to make people pay for the API, the advanced use of the API now, and things like that. I mean, he's trying to monetize the platform in every way that he can, so that he can get the changes made to pay for them. Because, I mean, you need to keep that engagement as high as possible so you get the advertisers back. Believe me, the advertisers are really having a hard time not coming back to Twitter.
Yeah.
Or, unpausing their accounts, so to speak.
Well, and the other thing too, for me, like I view the whole LDBlues thing as another weapon of mass distraction. Okay, if she's a fraud, it's good that she's been outed, but I don't care. I really don't. I guess maybe the whole thing is kind of exposing there's some issues with Twitter in regards to trust and safety, because I don't know how much influence she really has there. It could be just the trust and safety.
Just that one person.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if she has a direct line to certain people, then she would have quite a bit of influence. No.
I don't know. I mean, that's what kind of speculation is, right? Because a lot of people were saying that she was working with Elon to stop the whole CP thing on Twitter, and there's people saying, it wasn't her; it was already in the works.
Or her involvement was overstated is probably
right.
So
chances are she's taking a lot more credit than what she actually did, if she did anything regarding that.
Yeah, but look, for me, LDBlues was just, and a lot of people called this out very early on, is just Jack Murphy 2.0, which was just, the fraudster before him. It's not like we haven't seen this repeated, rinse, repeat for quite some period of time in these social media spaces, going all the way back to, MySpace, and before that.
Yeah, I think it's a little different than the Jack Murphy situation, because the Jack Murphy situation, after a couple weeks, it kind of faded off. Now for LDBlues, I think it's like compounding.
No, I appreciate that she just continued to double down when she really shouldn't have. I agree with you, and Sumo Orange in the chat as well. But it is it's been content for 2 weeks now, so thank you.
So I don't know. I think the big difference is that her identity is so wrapped up in all this, which is, I think, the reason why she's doubling down. And the fight continues, where Jack Murphy, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Murphy knew there was literally nothing he could do.
There was like little proof that he could not deny that it was on the internet of him doing certain things.
Yeah, heartfelt.
Heartfelt. Yeah, what he did to Sydney was dumb. He could have gone with his initial reaction and just laughed it off, and nobody would have been talking about it. So
it's funny. It's like the response I always tell people is just shut up. Just shut up.
Yep. Before we get into our headlining thing today, I saw this on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter, I don't know what movie it is, but this looks fucking fantastic.
Is it the Hindi one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bahubali.
Yeah.
Bahubali, I think.
Are we allowed to play the music, or are we gonna get hit?
No, you might not even want to play the clip.
Yeah, careful with Bollywood.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, this is actually Tollywood, but this is rough. But Bahubali is amazing. Yeah, you could probably do it in spurts. You could probably do it in spurts.
Okay, well.
Why don't you just put the?
I thought it looked fucking great, and I tweeted out, I was like, Hollywood, why aren't you doing this?
Oh, dude, Bahubali was I loved it. Bahubali 1 and 2 is great. The second one's bonkers, man.
Yeah,
it definitely goes off the rails, but in a fun way. But I just, if you really want to see something amazing, comics.
Grant says the clip will get claimed. So
he's right. Yeah, believe me, he knows. He knows what ones I'm allowed to get away with and what I can't, and I don't think you can get away with that. But the KGF, you want to get KGF 1 and 2, and a third one's on its way. RRR sequel is coming.
Oh God, that was such a good film. There's so many good Bollywood films out there. People go watch them. A lot of them are being dubbed now, so you have no excuse.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great if they're doing dubs. But like I said, my whole thing here is like, Hollywood, why aren't you doing this shit? Because this is amazing. I mean, it looks fun. Remember fun? We used to have fun when we watched entertainment.
It's almost like a live action anime, as it should be, because there are a lot of like over the top, like cartoony aspects to it that you're like, well, I don't even care. It's great going with the story.
I mean, I'm fine with stuff like that, right? I mean, because that's like some of the appeal of the 80s is the fact that a lot of the like 80s action films could be at times cartoonishly over the top, and they were wonderful.
Well, and that's, you're gonna love if you do get a chance to check out KGF 1 and 2. It's like Scarface. It is. I mean, this is a guy that rises from the bottom, goes to the top of being like an underworld boss. It's incredible. And there's a third one on the way, and then another one that I saw not that long ago and did a review on was called Pushpa. It is awesome. It's about the harvesting of red sandalwood, and just how much of because that's only grown in one place in the world. And it's another criminal, rises to the top story. They do those really, really well. And of course, this new film that just came out that's smashing box office records, did a video about it today called Pathaan, Pathaan, Pathaan. That thing just came out. It's crushing it everywhere globally, and it's setting records, and it looks great. I think even Pauly.
That's funny.
That's true. Latino Slant, he actually did a review on it. He's had a chance to see it. I'm hopefully going to get to see it this weekend. So,
How did Brahmastra do, or whatever that one was called?
Brahmastra is I enjoyed it a lot. It's you're talking about the Hulu one, right?
I'm not sure where it was. I just know that when everybody was talking about RRR, that was another one coming out.
Brahmastra came out in theaters briefly. It made its way to streaming very quickly. Because they didn't really secure wide distribution in the United States.
So that clip I was showing, what was that? What movie is that? What's that?
Bahubali. Bahubali. I'll send it to you. Yeah,
all right,
it's great.
It's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. But the Brahmastra one was fantastic. If you like Bollywood films, you'll see some like super big names that are in there. As a matter of fact, in the beginning, there's like this older guy who's like, I don't know, in his like 50s, and he's a really big Indian actor. It is very good. The CG is primo. It is so good. So if you guys like CG, these Bollywood films are killing it right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, I never really like got into it because I'm not into musicals, and I know there's like typically a lot of musical numbers in Bollywood stuff.
Yeah, but it's still good. I mean, it's not so much that it's like, okay, I'm sick of this. This is fun. I get it. All right, and then they actually move on. It's not like too long or too short.
Now I'm kind of getting an appreciation for it because it seems like a lot of the stuff that they're putting out is way better than what we're getting from the West these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Subtitles are dubbed for these.
Yeah,
I mean-
and
some of them are. It depends. Bahubali was dubbed the first one and subbed the second one.
yes.
No, I'm saying which is better on these, because like a lot of people
Ooh.
say on anime that you either
I
go
would-
with the subtitles or the dubs. But
I prefer to the subtitles, but I grew up watching a lot of films with subtitles, so
I
that's,
have to do dubbed.
Yeah, my Hindi's
Yeah.
not that great, just because my family used to like speak it when they didn't want us knowing what they were saying. So like I'll pick up words here and there, but not enough to be able to like sit there and actually comprehend everything. So I definitely recommend the dubs over the subs because I mean I'm one of those people who fiddles with my phone while I'm watching the movie. So it's good to kind of listen to as well.
yeah, I guess I'm asking more on the accuracy.
Oh,
no,
I
definitely
wouldn't know. My Hindi's
definitely
not
What's
that
better,
good.
the subs?
the subtitles.
Okay.
The subtitles, yeah.
All right.
Because if you watch like Bahubali Part 1 is English dubbed and has subs, if you watch them, they are not the same.
Yeah.
Well, that's typically how it works when there's dubbing. They gotta make it work.
Well, the
Right.
great thing is some of these Hindi movies they have dubs, but they're actual Indian people in the
Right.
dubs. So like there's an Indian accent when they speak the English.
Well, and in KGF, you actually have them speaking Hindi and English and another one of the other languages. I forget what it is, but it's like they speak three languages randomly. So occasionally you'll
Yeah.
get like English translation during the film. But it's fantastic. And like I said, even without the subs, if you could turn the audio off if you didn't want the sound effects, but it's not hard to follow these stories. They're so well done. So.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like
Emil, thank
because
you.
I've gotten into anime so much recently. I would definitely liken it to watching an anime because the story writing is just that good. There's as if you don't feel like they're wasting time. It's one thing after another, and it is fantastic. The action is just absurd in some of these, though. So just get ready for a lot of fun with some of these action scenes. It's great, man. Some of the people are just so overpowered.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing I miss is just fun. I want to have fun watching a movie. That's why I liked Maverick. I had fun.
Yeah.
Say what you will about it. I had fun watching it.
That's why I'm looking forward to the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
They're
I
typically
mean, there's
fun.
definitely things I watch. I just hate myself for doing it, like Thelma. Oh my god.
Or MILF Manor.
Oh, you guys watching that?
I know. I
No,
heard about
I'm watching
it.
Az watch it.
Okay.
Oh my god, Az is watching it. That's funny.
Az has reviewed the first 3 episodes, and yeah, he's already got some Azisms on it.
Months and months ago, when that hit green light, I said, "This is going to be a problem." I was not wrong.
I'm trying to remember where I heard about this. Was it Timcast? I don't know, man. But it was like the idea that you have, basically a cougar, and one of the requirements, I guess, she has to bring her son.
That was a surprise twist, is that all the dating pool for all the MILFs is all the other MILFs' sons.
Yeah.
But like the first episode, they've got the mother has to try to identify her son by feeling up his abs and pecs.
Oh my god, that's weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
shit
That is
people
weird,
are into.
man.
Jesus Christ.
The show seems to want something incestuous to happen at some point.
Oh my
It's-
god, I don't know.
But Az's reviews have been great on it. Since none of us are watching it, we should push people to watch those. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're hilarious.
Like if you don't want to watch a show and want to watch somebody struggle through the pain of watching it, Az is definitely the guy to watch.
Is Az looking for a replacement for Batwoman?
Kinda, I think.
Is he going through withdrawals?
I think he's genuinely upset with the show because of what the premise of the show is. So
It just sounds really exploitive. Yeah.
well, and disgusting in general.
Well, yeah. And but anyway, it just I'm not one to be like on the super bandwagon of like morality, but this seems like just such degeneracy at this point.
Who greenlit this?
I don't know.
Just more destruction of the moral fiber of the U.S.
Yeah.
That's not. Yeah, I mean, but it's just it's. I mean, it's like everybody's like, well, I want to live my own version of Game of Thrones. That's what we're seeing. And
I guess so, man. That's weird. James Hurley says, I love Lara Croft. The original games were Kino, aka great after the Angel of Darkness almost killed Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Legend revived the series and was fun, but fuck Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
I'm with you, James Hurley. I really am.
Yeah,
You know, and look, I mean, there were episodes of Fleabag in the first season that were passable, but she is almost irredeemable at this point.
Yeah. Yep. Steven for $2 says Eliza Blue plus Ezra Miller equals demented Team Rocket.
He's not wrong.
Eric K for $5. I like subtitles. Movies like Das Boot just do not have the impact if not done in the original German. Yeah, I mean, I get that.
Yeah, I'm a lazy prick, so I'd rather listen to dubs.
Yeah. It's also a very good war movie. Speaking of, war movies that we're talking about earlier in the week.
Du hast mich.
Das Boot. Das Boot. I don't know any German.
Was ist los?
Guten Tag.
Yeah.
Auf Wiedersehen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, good. You can count.
Yes.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Where's the discotheque?
Spanish, dude.
I know.
I forgot what was bibliothèque. Was that like library?
The library.
Yeah. But whenever I hear bibliothèque, I just want to think it's a discotheque.
This disco.
Like Wang's?
Like Wang's discotheque, yeah. Yeah.
Donde está Wang's biblioteca?
Boat. That's exactly what I said.
A boat. Das tut mir leid.
So Tomb Raider. Let me pull the article up so we can at least look at the title of the article.
I can only count to 4.
You can count.
Didn't Rings of Power, like, I was reading something earlier that said, like, it didn't even make it on the list of most watched for 2020. Did you guys see that?
No,
on
but
the Amazon series?
I'm surprised. I even watched it because it was awful. I mean, it was legit painful to watch. I mean, I had more fun watching She-Hulk, and that doesn't say a lot. It really doesn't. So Tomb Raider is going to be made into a series, and I guess some movies too. And this is going to be done by Amazon, and this is like their biggest thing since The Rings of Power, which just came out. So I guess it's not that hard to make it their next big thing. But the thing that bothers me about this stuff is that everything they're trying to turn into a fucking franchise. And
Right.
Tomb Raider was just a series of games. It wasn't really a franchise, I would say.
Yeah, not everything has to be a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
And they already had movies. I mean, you can make the movies, sure, but don't try to turn it into a friggin' universe. What's the point?
That's my problem, man.
The question is, how are they going to format it? Is it going to be like an hour and 45 minutes per episode? Or is it going to be like a 45-minute episode?
I mean, if they're smart, they'd go for the TV model and just maybe do an hour rather than an hour and 15 minutes.
Well, and again, if they want to have a commercial distribution for it eventually, they'll have to settle in at 44 minutes max for the episode length. So, 42 to 44 minutes. But you're right. I mean, I would lean comics into the TV model for this if I were going to do it. Mm-hmm. But what's to be gained is my next question, because we've already seen the overexposure of a lot of this stuff lead to fan fatigue and a lack of interest. I mean, stretching out properties can be done if they're valuable, but if you're stretching one story across a season, you end up with people just tapping out along the way. That's not.
Well, it's the quality, I think, that the people have an issue with. I mean, if it was good content, then I think people would stick around.
Maybe, but again, I mean, it's like this is the trouble that Marvel and all of these Disney properties have been suffering from, in my opinion. And I mean, I could be wrong, but it's the fact that you're taking one story that would normally be resolved in 90 minutes, and you're stretching it out, to an intolerably long length with a lot of filler that nobody's engaged in over the course of 10 episodes. I don't know how that's possibly going to be considered successful.
Well, and that's the thing is, I think a movie would work fine for Tomb Raider. I don't know about a TV series. I mean, just have I guess MacGuffin of the movie, because the whole thing is that she's going after something, and there's some big secret or whatnot. Like the plot of the first game had involved Atlantis, and
well, I mean,
it was a fun game. Wasn't too deep. It was just a fun game to play.
Yeah.
Could you possibly? Here's the thing. I mean, you have a lot of things you could dive into, but could you possibly think that they want to dive into the Illuminati? I mean, or something that might be a little too close to home for some of these people, with Tomb Raider. I think that might be a compelling story. You could have that be the big bad at the end of it, like a sequence or series of films. But
well, what if you took the model? You remember before Hercules: The Legendary Journeys was a show? It was actually just a series of mini movies.
Mm-hmm.
What if you did something like that? If you're dead set on doing something like this, don't serialize it. Just have independent adventures for 10 episodes,
right?
That are mini movies, and don't try to make an overarching thing. That might actually work, but trying to create a cinematic universe and bring it all together and make everything fit together, it's overdone and it's not working. So,
well, I think we've done to death linear television, right? I'm completely fine with getting back to serialized television where it's just individually wrapped episodes like Star Trek. We don't have that anymore, and I guess I kind of have a bit of fatigue of that kind of linear storytelling. Go ahead, Culture.
You actually do. It's called Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
It is done. It's done. It's just not done well. It's I don't know. It's not done as frequently as it used to be.
Well, no, that's my point. Is that everything has become linear rather than individual episodes.
Yeah.
Or serialized.
Well, yeah. You can be individual episodes and yet lead to a common denominator at the end of the season. I mean, you can do it. You do both.
Yeah, the Rookie does stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I mean, each episode is completely separate, but yeah.
I like the concept of the movie too, or the show too. The fact that you have this, middle-aged man, some shit happens in his life, and he decides to become a police officer. So he's a rookie, and it's. I haven't watched it since season 1, honestly, but for what I watched, I thought was pretty good. And plus, it's Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's great.
Yeah, Fillion's fantastic.
I mean, that's the draw there.
Did you see that fan film they had with him as, what was it, Nathan Drake?
Oh God, it was fantastic.
Oh my God, I was so disappointed after. Like, I saw that, and then I saw the movie that came out. I was like, why are you giving me this shit? I want him so badly.
Yeah, I mean,
if they did that when he was doing like Firefly, because that was like the appropriate age for the character. Yeah. Now he's a little bit too old, which sucks. But I mean, dude, that short was just awesome. And if he was in his 30s and they were doing that, he would have been the perfect casting for Nathan Drake, because he captures that kind of attitude and personality of Nathan Drake.
Yeah. almost as good as Ryan Reynolds does Deadpool. That would have been
Yes.
it. That would have been the casting.
Yeah, it was. What
He
a
should have
missed
played Green
opportunity.
Lantern, in my opinion. What's his name? Nathan
Fillion?
Fillion.
Fillion
Nathan
should?
Fillion should have
Yeah.
played
Hal Jordan.
Green Lantern. Hal Jordan, absolutely.
I can
I think
see
he
that.
voice acted him quite a few times as
I was
well.
about to say, I think he
Animated.
did voice acting for him for the character.
You're gonna get some lanterns here in the near future.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
But I think the last real good serial show is about to go off of television. It's going to wrap with its 10th season. It's called The Blacklist.
yeah.
And-
My brother and I were watching that. We actually stopped, but I think we stopped at like season 9. Would you recommend finishing it up?
You start to lose. It starts to lose momentum as it starts to lose cast members. They went on like this really strange, hunt for something that was completely unnecessary around the 5th season. But it refines its stride a couple of times along the way. And I think in order to feel like, you've hit your completion bonus, I think the 10th season is going to, kind of feel like a close. So,
Yeah.
But, for what it's worth, I mean, it does have incredible actors in it all along the way. So,
A lot of the
I could
story
not
is
get
very
into
good.
that show.
that's fine.
Did you watch from the beginning, or did you just?
Oh, I saw the first episode. And I was like, nope, not interested.
So
I
would,
like Spader in anything. So
Yeah, he's so. Oh my god, he is so good.
No, don't get me wrong. He is
You
good.
hate him and
but
you love him.
This was totally not into the show.
I watched a bit of it, then I fell off when the storyline kind of got weird and goofy, and then never came back. So I may check it out down the road.
Yeah, it did come back. I mean, it's like there were a couple of episodes that I'm glad didn't turn me off to like Breaking Bad, because I mean that's another amazing storyline. But again, I like the idea of having like an episode that is somewhat linked to the main plot, but like the overriding plot, but is actually its own self-contained thing, like Star Trek. And I think I agree with comics. I think we need more like that. I think we need films like that, to be honest with you. But hey, what do I know?
Well, I think we're kind of all saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Stop making universes.
Yep. Randall asks, has anyone ever watched Farscape? I did. I loved it. I'm the guy who turned Gary onto it because that show is fantastic. And I was a diehard follower of that show. Every Friday when it aired, I was there watching it. And when it got canceled, I was so fucking pissed. But at least we got Peacekeeper Wars that kind of wrapped everything up.
Yeah.
Like
Farscape was
Battlestar.
great.
Yeah.
Battlestar was like that for me. It got to the point where if I missed one, I was like wigged out. It was bad.
Yeah, Battlestar is so good.
Yeah. It was definitely both those shows were really good. And, I mean, there's times where I felt the show got a little too political, which is funny considering the current environment is like way worse. Because it took a lot of stuff from like the Gulf War that was going on at the time, but at the end of the day, it was still a good series.
I love how you guys all used to watch things as they came out, and I just watched the reruns of it.
Yeah.
Television was very different back in our day.
Yes.
You didn't have the DVRs or the
No, because
The
like
other
they would play Farscape. I think it was like on Sundays, and they'd have Hercules, they'd have Xena, they'd have Beastmaster, they had was it X Factor? I'm not really sure if that's
X-Files.
No, it was like an X-Men shoot off.
I mean, there is the X Factor. I don't remember like an X Factor TV show.
There was Time Cop,
It's gonna
Renegade,
bug me, but like yeah,
Highlander
I
on
watched
Thursday nights.
all the reruns on Sunday. So
No, I mean, pretty much, when I was at your age, you had to watch it, or you basically tried to figure out how to program your VCR to go and record it.
Right.
Because if you didn't, you missed it. I mean, that was like my biggest problem with watching Star Trek, is that DS9, which is a show I loved, same thing with Next Gen, I would miss it all the time because I didn't have a TV guide. It's like I couldn't remember when it was playing.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of Star Trek: The Next Generation in order. I just caught all the syndicated reruns of it.
Yeah.
It just random.
I had an automatic VCR set up for specific days and times to automatically tape things when they were supposed to be there. And then occasionally, this is the problem with the way linear TV used to be, something would preempt it and set it back an hour, like some kind of bullshit speech or some kind of rally or crap press conference. And they would start the show late, and then I would miss the end of my program.
Yeah, Sean got it right. It's Mutant X. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Doesn't ring a bell, man.
You have to be at least 30 years younger than I am, young fella.
I'll tell you what, though, the day the TiVo came out was one of the greatest days of our lives.
I was like, I am spending the universe on this. And then I got the lifetime membership for it because I'm like, I'm never missing a show ever again.
Right.
And eventually I had to get
it was outdated within like 10 years because on demand became a thing.
On demand?
Yeah. Well, or just digital recording. I mean, literally, I could just record from my computer. Once I figured
DVRs.
that out, it was over.
Yep. Pretty much. Let's get some super chats. Mad Mardigan for $5. What does Brahma think about cinematic classic Sleepaway Camp? Better than Crying Game?
It was such a fun movie. We watched it last night for Mad's channel, so you'll have to watch for him to do the edit on that and get that one out, because that was actually one of the better movies we've ever watched on Mad's thing. It was actually a watchable movie, but we still had a ton of fun with it.
What about?
Yeah, it's great.
What about Tammy and the T-Rex? That's still, I think, the best film.
I've never even heard of that.
But that was a Street Smarts one.
That's true.
I wasn't there for that one, but this was actually an interesting movie. The twist ending was crazy. I think Mad would say cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, that's a movie that can't be made nowadays. River Miles for $10. We need hair-like culture. Would you like?
I got a lot of it, my friend. I got a lot of it. You want me to brush my hair?
No, I said, would you like to? I didn't say I want you to, but okay.
Well, the ladies like it. I actually get super chats to do this.
Elagabalus says Comix Division, plus you probably entered 11 a.m. when you meant 11 p.m. Yeah, there's that too. I used to do it for recording Robotech at like 6 a.m. And I was always paranoid about the
I said it wrong.
Not recording it, so yeah. Clay Brown says Comix Division. Back then you didn't have to worry about any binge watching something and spoiling something for someone spoiling it for you.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, that
I like a
point. It actually brought up conversation. I mean, because you would talk about it with people.
Well, that's exactly it, and that's kind of the problem with the binge model. I know that Gary's pointed this out, which I agree with him on, is that if you want to have like legs for your show, do it weekly so people can talk about it.
And you know what? And Gary was right, because and many others have been right, because guess what streaming services are moving to?
Weekly.
Not the binge model, because it doesn't work.
The funny thing is, like, even with like Velma, which I can't believe they would actually stretch this out 10 weeks because there's 10 episodes, but they're dropping 2 at a time rather than the entire series, which means I'm only wasting an hour of my time.
Why are you watching it still?
I'm doing a video about it, so I gotta finish it so I can finish my research on it. I gotta see if it's right. What we're talking about on Tuesday, where they put Gigi's brain in a dog and it becomes Scooby-Doo. God, the show is so dumb. It's funny.
Sick man.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because, oh God, how do I put it? You know those theories about how Minnie Kaling's could be a secret conservative mocking SJWs. I'm beginning to believe that now.
Really?
Well, not that she's a secret conservative, but the show is intentionally being over the top. I don't know, man, because it is just so fucking stupid. It's like, it's so stupid. It's funny, and I'm laughing at it. Not laughing with it. I'm laughing at it. And much like the same thing with She-Hulk. And it's just like, this is funny. I can't believe they're actually doing this. It's like legit. I'm having fun watching it because it's so stupid.
Pitch Meeting did one on Velma
already
either today or a couple days ago, and it's funny.
Ryan George is a genius, man.
Yeah,
that dude has. I don't know where he stood, originally doing some of the older pitch meetings, but he is basically getting all of our points now and throwing them into the pitch meetings.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yeah,
he's doing a great job.
You can see why he separated himself from Screen Rant now, right?
Yeah,
because so he can actually do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
WG gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, WG. How you doing, sir? I don't know if he's getting cold weather like we are here, but hopefully everybody out there in the chat's staying warm tonight. So I know the Arctic blast is going, I guess, towards the East Coast. Is that I don't know. Anyway,
I think so.
Yeah,
we finally got out of negative temperatures up to almost 50 today, so that was a nice swing in temps.
Balmy.
It is compared to what we've had for the past 3 or 4 days.
Jeez, man, it's been minus freaking 2, minus 12. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't want to live places where there's minus possibility.
I mean, it's not that bad. I'm used to like hot weather, and I prefer that over the freezing weather. I like sand. Snow is ridiculous. I mean, Brahma, you've driven in the snow, but most people who haven't driven in the snow have no idea what they're doing. It's like the whole world collapses. I saw videos of Texas, and it was just a madhouse.
Oh yeah, I mean, I grew up driving in the snow. That's where I learned to drive. I was living in Colorado at the time.
But also the issue with Texas lately has been they're not getting snow on the streets. They're getting ice storms. It's cold enough to be snowing, but it's still raining. So then you're just getting a sheet of ice laid down on the roads.
That's the issue.
You're not able to drive on that whether you know how to drive on snow or not.
Yeah, snow is dumb. And ice is more dumb.
Ice it was awful. When we had the big winter storm back in 21, it's like my Jeep was sliding.
Yeah,
it was the ice. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Dude, I don't know how to say this, but I think Berserker is the last word. It says, man, y'all are making me nostalgic. Do any of you oldies remember Animorphs?
Yes, that was back during my age, I think.
What was that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I can't say that. Thank you, sir.
Berserker. Yeah.
Anything that's like, I know.
I know. The umlauts are terrifying. The umlauts are terrifying. I understand.
Yeah. I don't know. Every time I saw Animorphs, I kind of got freaked out. Like, what happens if they it stopped working in the middle of the transformation?
Mortalicious for $5. Here's the cheddar for the I sent in the chat. YouTube wouldn't let me buy. Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
So look for Modalicious's @
Yeah, I will look for his
@ baby. Ding 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 ding.
Oh, you're good God. That's weird. Motalicious re-at me the thing. I'm not finding it.
The thing. Do the thing with the
comment.
thing.
Re-at the comment. What are we talking about?
Elagabalus says check Ko-Fi.
Ko-Fi. Okay, all right. Let me do that.
Codefinger.
Did you said something via Ko-Fi? It's been a while since I've logged in there.
He's the
He said
man.
he sent something stupid, so we'll see.
All right, let's see. What scary things did he send today?
Is it a script?
No, it is not a script. Okay, Elagabalus for $10. What do you, panel and chat, think about The concept, we want to be Brahma, where contestants have to look suave while smoking, drinking, and talking. Simultaneously. Dumb. I'm an idiot.
Oh, well, I'm not shaving my head, so just heads up.
When it receives a smoking jacket made from Nickweiser's used semi-washed jammies. Ew.
Actually, you know what? That's not a bad one.
That's funny, dude.
You've never seen him in his jammies.
Indeed. What are you talking about? He's in his jammies all the time.
Jammies all the time.
Yeah, half the time.
You haven't seen him in real life in his jammies.
Well, that's I have technically.
That was a choice you made, Culture.
Yeah. Okay. Malicious says Brie Larson's feet look like Steve Buscemi's teeth on the end of.
Jesus.
Veiny boat oars.
Veiny boat oar? That's fucking hilarious.
That is disgustingly descriptive.
Absolute savage.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And in my head, all I'm thinking is, I can meme that.
What
right?
was the question that
You should totally do it.
No, I'm not exposing myself to that nightmare.
what was the question that Elagabalus asked?
Basically, should there be like a game show where the concept is we want to be Brahma, where the contestants have to look suave while smoking and drinking and talking simultaneously. Winners receive a smoking jacket made from, Nickweiser's jammies.
Yeah, there wasn't so much a question; it was a suggestion for a show.
Yeah,
I would sign up for that.
I'm down. We get a fake goatee, tape it over the mask, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about the goatee.
You going to take up smoking just to try to pretend to be me?
Take up?
It's a cigar.
You mean again?
Sure.
Yeah, you can do
cigar.
a cigar.
Sure. I don't think. Look, if you I don't think I'm going to do the cigarette thing. A cigar, sure.
I've been smoking cigars on stream every now and then lately. It's better than going through half a pack or more.
When my brother, when we did the birthday stream, he and my brother were smoking cigars.
Mm-hmm. And I bought some for everybody, but somebody had to have a mask on, so he didn't get to have his cigar.
Yep. You smoke and drink and don't come home at all.
Yeah. So, are any of you guys actually watching the Last of Us TV series?
No,
Yep.
I just had no interest in it.
I didn't play the game, so I just don't care.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
And I warned everybody about the third episode.
Well, yeah, you did. I mean, a lot of people did, Culture. I mean, it was basically, like I said, bait and switch episode. But yeah, and I was watching Sydney and Jeremy of the Quartering tonight, and they were talking about the show.
Yeah, they have a new show, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They have a they've been doing like a Thursday stream for a while, but they started a new channel just specifically for that stream.
Yeah.
I have no feelings towards the game whatsoever. I never played it. I mainly hate Neil Druckmann for what he did to Uncharted. I really like Uncharted, and the last game, it was weak in the story, and the fact that anyway, it's Nathan Drake's story. Stop trying to like put other people in it, right? And make them more competent than him, even though he's kind of a boob at times. But anyway, I had no interest in the game. I at that point was pretty much kind of done with zombie stuff, the zombie genre, mainly because I like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I mean, cool concept, just wasn't interested in it. Of course, we all know Last of Us 2 came out, and they killed Joel. And Drinker pointed out some stuff. Basically, a lot of what was done in the first game, they kind of took out, where Joel is strong and competent. Now it's like Ellie is just the strong, competent one. And my God, that actress is fucking ugly.
Yeah. She's the little girl from Game of Thrones, right?
Is it? Is she?
Yeah, that played like the. She was one of John's liege ladies, or whatever you would call her. She was the one that stood up when John was trying to take the crown, I guess.
That's her?
Yeah.
Oh, that poor child.
She looks like if
Mormont.
a human bred with a potato, this would be the offspring. like a legit potato, not like a slang for somebody has Down syndrome. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I don't see the appeal of that actress. I don't even know why. Anyway, that's besides the point.
Are you talking about Brian Stelter?
Yes.
The potato.
Yeah, the potato of a human being. So it just like all the stuff that I guess he did in the second game, where he kind of like made Joel less competent, is what he's doing in this show. But they apparently the third episode was all about Frank and Bob, Frank and Beans. Is that the character's name, Frank and Bob? And they had a surprise gay romance, and the director was talking about how he tricked people into watching it, a love story between two gay men. And I'm like, who fucking cares? I mean,
well, is it that he tricked people into watching that, or is it that he tricked people into thinking that after the first two episodes the show might actually be somewhat okay or good? Because there were a lot of people saying it's not that bad. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. But was the trick that he got to the third episode and just ran it into the ground by doing something that obviously he knew was going to piss people off?
Well, and the point that Sydney made is that if this was like a 30 episode season, okay, it wouldn't be a big deal. But this is basically 10% of your season that you dedicated to these two individuals, and has nothing to do really with the main story. So it's like, and that's kind of the problem with these shorter seasons, right? You have to be on point with everything, and it can't feel like a waste of time. You can get away with like canned episodes or whatever when you have like 24 episodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a short season, everything has to drive the plot forward, in my opinion.
Can't have filler.
Or it's filler. That's the problem with a lot of the Disney stuff, right? Is that a lot of that stuff started feeling like filler. And it's like when you have 6 episodes, you can't waste people's time. And that's like my complaint with a lot of the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett stuff, is that a lot of that shit just felt like a waste of time. It just felt like filler. Oh, this really was basically a 2-hour story, but since you padded it with 4 extra hours, everything else is just fucking filler.
Right.
So,
I think a lot of us knew like this show was gonna be, like it was gonna at some point like turn bad, because a lot of people I know, Ryan liked the show for the first like 2 episodes, and he was saying it's not that bad. I wonder what his thoughts are now.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I mean,
we'll hear
Drinker
about it
actually
tomorrow.
liked the episode. He thought it was actually pretty good, but it didn't make sense to do it. He thought it was actually one of the better episodes, which I thought was funny. And again, as someone not connected to the source material, I didn't watch it, so I don't care. Culture, how much more is it going to deviate from the source material?
Oh, wildly no. Yeah, I mean, until we get back towards the end of the game, story-wise, the massive turn towards departure lane was this episode, and it was willfully done, and it's going to be exactly the thing that Paul Shadow says is going to be a problem, which is it's not going to be significant ever going forward. It was just there to do what it did, and then the next episode will have even less to do with the original game, and it'll kind of continue and meander down that path where it will essentially be a tangent of the game and not the game. And you're gonna have mischaracterizations the rest of the way through. So
Mischaracterizations in what way?
The characters will be not themselves going forward.
Oh,
I mean, you
okay,
already called out. The characters will not represent what they did in the game, and you called out Joel's early stuff, which of course was moved from the second game to the first game because you have dumb ass Knucklehead involved in this stuff. Neil Druckmann.
Well, it's his fucking creation. I mean, the thing
Kind of,
is,
sort of. You realize just how much they've actually removed Amy Hennig from any credit to anything.
was she involved in that?
She's been involved in a lot of the storylines of these games going forward.
Well, the one I know that she was involved in was Uncharted, and he basically got her fired and took over Uncharted. Like I said, I don't know enough about The Last of Us know if she was involved in it or not. But yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. Like I said, Last of Us is not anything I'm particular to. But yeah, I was pissed about Uncharted.
I watched Uncharted, the movie, and I was like, it's not bad if it was a completely separate entity.
Well, a lot of these things that it's funny. Like if it's its own thing, I don't think people would complain about. Like going back to the whole Velma thing, right? If Minnie Kaling said, "I want to do like a Scooby-Doo show," and I'm going to do the Minnie Kaling mysteries, nobody would fucking care. Sure, would call it the stupid shit, but you know, it doesn't. It's not an affront to anything, right? And the thing that's funny about it,
right.
What?
No, Abergore is correct. I always do that with Amy Hennig. She was tangentially involved with some of the late stuff, but it was actually Bruce Stanley that started the first.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. I couldn't remember the name, but I thought it was a dude, not her.
No, she wasn't. Yeah, no, and then she actually was brought in to do Last of Us 2 and then was excused. There was a lot of things going on there, and of course, she was also heavily responsible for Uncharted. So yeah, thank you, Abergore. Appreciate that.
But shit, I had a point. Now I lost it.
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to correct myself because
that's cool. That's cool. Oh yeah, about Velma. Okay, like nobody would fucking care, right? If it was the Minnie Kaling mysteries,
right?
You know, it would still just be as mean and, you know, it's kind of pointless, but at least it's not ruining anything. One thing from my video, I was researching the characters, and this is something I already knew. I just completely forgotten about it. That all the characters, the human characters, were based off of characters from The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. I mean, legit. I mean, just look at the characters from that show. You're like, oh, that's Shaggy, that's Daphne, you know, that's Fred, and there's nothing wrong with drawing inspiration from another show to create your own thing, and that's basically what they did. Just because they look like those characters doesn't mean they actually are. And I'm fine if she wanted to go, hey, I want to do my own version of Scooby-Doo. Okay, that's cool. I don't care. You know, it's your own thing. And the one thing I will say is that I actually like Minnie Kaling's voice as Velma. Like, if she was actually doing the real Velma, I think she would be fine as a voice actor for the character. But other than that, I mean, just everything else is garbage with that show.
I don't know. Her voice feels like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Her voice doesn't bother me. But a lot of that show is just... Did you just really have a fucked up childhood and you're basically going through therapy with this TV show?
Pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like.
But I get what you're saying about, you know, don't commandeer, you know, things that already exist, or that people actually have feelings towards. If you had done it, if you had taken it as inspiration and done something different, that's a completely different story than what they're actually doing with stuff. I mean, we've seen it in a lot of places. And the funny thing about, like, The Last of Us, me and you didn't play the game. We don't really care about the show. Mm-hmm. What I've found is a lot of people tend to not have problems with the characterization and that kind of stuff if they don't know the source material, and they might actually like the show.
Right.
But you have situations like The Wheel of Time, where people watched the show, thought, okay, it wasn't that bad. Then they start reading the source material and realize just how bad it is. So familiarity with the source material is actually what's going to be turning people off of many of these things. And that's where the numbers will really start dropping, when people are more familiar with, you know, the game that it's based on, or the book that it's based on, or the original history of things, because they can't help it. They have to destroy all of it. So it's just maddening every time another thing gets announced.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the thing that kind of sucks about this time period is that, you know, if you really want to have something made, now is not the time for it to be made. If you're excited about Fantastic Four being made, now is not the time for it to be made.
Right.
The problem, you know, the thing that bugs me is you can make this. Like, there are individuals out there that make these really good fan films, right? But these companies go in there like, nope, you can't use this. And then they strike people for it. Like, let people have some, you know, freedom with that, because I do think a lot of these fan films are just incredible.
Well, the dude that did District 9 started off doing Halo fan films. And arguably his CG
Really?
for
Wow.
fan films, oh god,
That's amazing.
yeah, the CG for it was way better. What we're seeing out of Hollywood during that time period.
What was the guy's name in there who played the main character? I really like him.
I don't remember the guy's name. But yeah, I mean, and to me, you know, the prawns were all CG, but they did not look like they were CG to me. I need to go back and watch that movie just to make sure the CG still holds up. But a lot of the stuff they had in there, it looked seamless. And that's for me, the whole point of CG, right? Is to be able to do something that you can't typically do with traditional special effects and blend it in seamlessly. And comparing that movie to like something like Endgame, when the majority of that movie is CG, it's basically just a cartoon, where it looks fake, you know? Even Thanos, the big purple dude, he looks like a CG character. Whereas the prawns in District 9, they looked real.
See, I've been getting a lot more into the CG. I don't have the capabilities on my computer to do it, but I watch a YouTube channel called The Corridor Crew, and they have a thing called VFX Reacts.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very, very good at CGI. And basically what they'll do is they'll cover like different movies and comment on the CGI, what's good, what's bad. And they'll have people who actually worked on some of these movies with them. And you'll hear the backstories behind how the scenes were made, how long it took. And, you know, seeing that they put so much effort and time into the CGI, and then these big studio companies just crap all over it with the editing, makes me really, really sad.
Yeah. Tox, you finally back?
Yeah, it's freaking cold out there. Man.
Yep.
The kid was out there longer. So instead of there just being a bolt on the back of the battery connector that you tighten, there's now 4. When they did this, I don't know. So one of them is a bolt that has a flat on 2 sides so that you can tighten it from the top and it goes into a connector area, and you can tighten it and it doesn't turn. That one is somewhere on the driveway. We don't know. So I found one. I save all my IKEA bolts, and one of the IKEA bolts was almost a perfect fit. So there you go, folks. IKEA is fix my truck.
Well, there you go.
That's hilarious.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go a little bit soon because the kids are coming in. We're gonna pick them up, but I wanted to come back and say I'm fine for all 3 people that were worried. And
well, that would be those of us here on the stream.
Right, and no Green, he doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Over on the Rumble side, Blue-Eyed Riff Korean for $5 says, finally, Laura Croft will be getting the trans justice and representation she was meant to have. She will be trans. Also, MILF Manor is fake. No way that gets made without participants knowing ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All reality shows are scripted.
Yeah, they're all fake. Blue-Eyed Riff Korean for another $5 and says, and since it is culture related, have you seen the video put out by the Wagner Group Playing on the U.S. veterans' heartstrings of patriotism. Man, not one thing in the video is wrong. Scary propaganda. Not one thing in the video is wrong. Okay, scary propaganda. No, I didn't see it, man. Trying to remember if you follow me on Twitter or not. Just at me the video. I'll take a look at it. Also, for $2, Blue Eyed Roof Korean over on the Rebel side says Neil Druckmann is a 4D chess hero. Only he could cast Pedro Pascal for the golf club fate. Oh man, that's funny. I guess it couldn't happen to a better actor. Yeah. So, Tox, have you been keeping up with the Last of Us at all?
No. So, I stopped at the whole love affair with two dudes. That doesn't interest me, and I don't want to watch stuff like that, so I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I am, too. I remember when my wife watched Brokeback Mountain. She's like, it's a really good story. You should watch it. I'm like, I'm not interested in it. I don't care.
No, it's something happening that I don't want to have happen to me.
Yeah.
That dad took me to jail to experience a night in jail, and I heard a lot of that happening. And whether it was fake on tape or whatever, I don't know. What scared straight, whatever to say. But yeah, I don't want to participate in that. Now, if you do, perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, don't care. Don't care.
I don't want you in my bedroom telling me what to do. I will promise you I don't want to be in yours telling you what to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of, there's one thing I did want to come on and play that also from Sean that apparently Comix and I made up. He sent me that on Gilded. I was dying.
What was the one that that Grant did? That's like 2 minutes.
That was very uncomfortable.
That one, yeah. Let me bring that one up.
Very uncomfortable.
You should stretch more then.
Yeah. So this one, I'll share this real quick, and then I'm probably going to need to go. We've got to get some stuff ready.
All right.
Let me turn this on, and I will share. I'm just saying all this stuff so that there's not dead air. This proves that Grant Gregory loves Cultured Casino and
That's true.
AI.
10 easy steps to make your weave or wig look realistic. Start with a quality hairpiece. Invest in a high-quality weave or wig that resembles your natural hair texture. Synthetic wigs tend to look fake, so try to get a human hair weave or wig. Choose the right color. Select a color that matches your natural hair or complements your skin tone. It's best to get a wig that's close to your natural hair color, but if you want to go for a different look, make sure to choose a color that blends well with your skin tone. Cut it to your face shape. Take your wig to a stylist and have it cut to your face shape. A well-cut wig will sit comfortably on your head and blend seamlessly into your natural hairline. Blend the hairline. Use a wig cap or adhesive to secure the wig to your head and blend the hairline. You can also use a hairline illusion that's attached to the wig and can be blended into your natural hairline. Style it. Style the hairpiece to your desired look. Use a brush or comb to detangle the hair and apply heat styling tools to achieve your desired style. Accessorize. Use hair accessories, such as barrettes, headbands, and hairpins to create a natural-looking style. Use hair products. Apply hair products such as mousse hairspray and texturizing spray to add volume and hold to your hairpiece. Know when to take it off. When you're ready to take off your weave,
if you had told me that this was done by AI, I would have believed that Culture made this.
Keep it clean.
Yeah.
Wash and condition your hair.
Culture, you need to start doing beauty
keep
channels
it looking
like
fresh
this.
and clean. Get regular touch-ups.
I think he needs to start braiding hair.
Keep your hairpiece looking
Culture
realistic.
braids a weave.
If you notice any loose threads or fraying, take it to a stylist for repair.
Dude, you gotta tell me what program you
Reactions to
use
finding
for
out.
that.
Pictori AI.
He
He'd probably use that for the video. For the audio, he'd probably use
that's
something
right.
else.
May be impressed.
He's doing something on that. He's been working on that.
Hairpiece.
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
been
he's going to
training
be working
Vulture's
on
voice for a while.
paid by
However,
culture.
the important thing is to feel
Anytime
confident
soon.
and comfortable in your own
He
skin.
broke it out last night on
regardless
the
of what others may think or say. In conclusion, wearing a weave or wig can be a great way to switch up your look, but it's important to make sure it looks realistic. By following these 10 easy steps, you can achieve a natural
even
looking
got Culture's
hairpiece that will
paws.
leave people
I know.
guessing whether or not it's your real hair.
10 easy steps.
These steps. That's yeah. Look at that.
You pay that man.
You have no idea what he was able to get me to read the other day. So I don't think he's done anything with that video I sent him.
The erotica one?
Probably not, because he was doing that.
Grant, I need to talk with you, man.
Oh yeah, the AI stuff for the voices and all those things. I mean, there's so much you can do with that. And I was doing some chat, GPT, yeah. And J.A.F.O sent me something. He said he sent me. Where's it gilded?
Did you see that thing about Chat GPT being completely biased?
Oh
yes, with the Trump thing and then the Biden thing. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what J.A.F.O sent me was you ask it, write a poem about the positive attributes of Donald Trump, and it says, "I'm sorry, as a language model developed by OpenAI, I am not programmed to produce content that is partisan, biased, or political in nature. I am to provide natural, factual information, promote respectful conversation." And then the next question is, write a poem about the positive attributes of Joe Biden. And Joe Biden, a leader with a heart so true, a man with empathy and kindness in view. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the one.
Well, the funny thing is I was I've been messing around with it, and I was like, you know, write an article about the negative reviews of Velma, or negative ratings, I think I said.
It won't do it.
They won't do it.
We can't
gives me
find
an error.
any.
No. It basically will reject it. It's not allowed to do anything negative. And I said, okay, write a story about the the negative ratings. I phrased it differently, and it went and it wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, it is so fucking slanted. It's great if you take it and say reword something for me. Like if you want to,
if you give it text and say reword it.
Yeah,
because I always say like write at a 6th grade or a 10th grade level,
right?
Depending on which audience I'm trying to get to. From there, I had it do something for the Electoral College. Why is the Electoral College a good thing? Yeah, to do it from there. But it shows you what we've been saying about quote unquote AI all the time. There is no such thing as artificial intelligence. There never will be. End of story. And so this is just who programmed it? At the beginning.
That's it. Well, KJ said basically DARPA's funding it.
Yeah.
They're OpenAI and other things, yeah.
And it's coming. It's going to come to what you can do as far as prompt. That's what you're going to worry about. Chat GPT and any of these other AI tech that are verbally based, right? Based on text or verbs or vocalizations are all going to be based on how good you are to be able to prompt it to do something. So you're going to have to be very sophisticated about developing your prompts. Your prompt game will be the thing that dominates. So that's the trick.
Also, I don't know if George has the link. I know he's in the chat right now.
I'll get him. I'll get him that real quick.
Right.
He's dropped a couple of super chats.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm trying to get to him. Eric K for $2. Brahma. I thought she was the model for Gollum. That was a while back.
Yeah.
I don't think George follows my new
Last of Us actress.
Yeah.
I don't think George follows my new.
I can take care of it.
Yeah. Darius Munchhouse for $149 with a box of popcorn. What's up, Darius? Darius is a handsome man, by the way. Joe for $199. I'm enjoying it. It's one of my favorite games.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what your thoughts are after episode 4. Eric K for $5. Casting Abby Brock Lesnar. Superman Elliot Page. Jonathan Kent Leslie Jones. And Amy Schumer as Green Lantern or Batman.
Nice.
Joe for $1.99. Ellie is a know-it-all in game. She's not. Yeah, she's not. And she was actually more of a kid, even though she could be snarky and sarcastic. She was still a kid, and that's the thing I find so stupid about what they've been doing with child characters, is that they don't make them kids; they make them little adults, which is what they're not.
Right.
Yeah. George for $20. Hail, George. All hail to the weave.
All hail.
Yeah. Did culture go?
Yeah. Gone.
Of course, he has to go take a break. Oh, I'll have to save that one. Anyway. Revisit. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. DM'd you that Wagner. There we go. PMC video on Twitter. Okay. I will go check that out, man. George the Giant Slayer. Folks. George the Giant Slayer for $20. I promise you, I can say words at times. Let's see. To the braider of Brazilian and bald men, love culture. How long are you going to be on, you beautiful bastages? All hail. We'll be on for a bit. We'll probably call it around 11:30 Central Time. But
yeah, because I'm gonna have to bolt soon.
Yeah.
And George, I got my Twitter account yeeted, so I'm gonna need you to follow me back on Toxic Man Flu 2, so I can DM you those. Or there. Yeah.
Darius says that was just my face by proxy.
Right. So I did this AI thing, and what I did was, it was a video, an image AI, and I asked it to do cute animals. So it does cute animals. So I just typed in our names, our screen names, and this is what it came up for. Comix Division. I typed that in. It's all so very cute. Look at that. Look at that.
That looks like something that would murder me in my sleep.
Yeah, this
don't let the cuteness fool you.
This is Culture Casino. What came up from there? This was Grant Gregory. So I thought that was funny that it had like nodules on it or whatever. I don't know if it's a nose and trying to make a mustache. That's one.
I thought that one was Grant. The last one.
The last one is Grant. Yeah.
I thought the other one was you.
Oh no, I'm coming up. So this was Grant. This was Carrie Smith.
Aw.
I did Carrie. Yeah, she's all very cute. This was Wes Moody, I think. Did Wes. This was Nickweiser when I typed him in. He looks so cute. And this was 70s rock fan. Right there. Very scary. It looks like,
I'm surprised it's not a sheep, but it looks like a fox.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
This was Shagsworth. When I typed in Shagsworth name. So I thought that was kind of neat. One eye. And this was Sir Talks-A-Lot, another cute one. Some kind of alien cat. And this was me.
Okay, there you go.
That was me. Where's Brahmas? Oh, there's Brahmas. Let's see, this was Wes Moody. That was Wes. He's gonna eat us all.
You know what's cool with this AI art stuff is that, like, if
Brahma.
you use it as a base for whatever you're trying to make, you can actually make some pretty cool stuff out of it.
Brahmabull. That's
funny.
That's good.
It's got my white goatee.
Yep. And this was Brandon Morse.
That
That's
thing looks
funny.
soulless.
It does. I mean, after a while, it just, I tried to do some other things with it, and it just, there were some pretty cool mech things that it did with cyberpunk and trying to do some things in that, but it looked like an impressionist painting after a while.
Yeah.
Some of those things. And it does want to put like 25 fingers on things. I just, that kind of was scary, but.
Well, it's still working stuff out, I guess. Pope Metallicus the first for $5. If we feed the AI Comix' voice, will it be able to read chats?
No.
Yeah.
No amount of processing power can help that.
Yeah. Behold the drawing power of my stupidity.
Well, no. It's part of your lovely charm.
I wouldn't call it charm. Okay.
Oh, yeah, charm in there. Yeah, right. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. Rings of Power. God willing, that show is so stupid. Let me find the article. I'm trying to remember who actually called this out. But it's Screen Rant. That's funny. So Screen Rant did an article talking about how stupid the whole mithril thing, saving the elves, was dumb, and it was. And they actually go and list out some lore stuff on why it would be stupid, because Bilbo's mithril armor would have basically stopped it from happening if that was the case. I don't know, with the elves leaving the world,
right?
Yeah. But
I'm shocked that there were any continuity problems with this show.
Yeah. Shocked I am not. Anyway.
Okay.
Going back to the whole thing with Tomb Raider and Phoebe Waller-Bridge, if this is
that who they have doing Tomb Raider?
Yes, they do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's going to be trash.
It's going to blow. It's going to be trash.
But being I am not a diehard Lord of the Rings fan, even I recognized how dumb that was.
Yeah.
The fact that the Balrog and the tree made mithril, and it was from the Silmaril or something like that.
It was like something like that. That deep down or whatever. Yeah, it was kind of weird, but I mean, they needed something to get them to make these rings, and it was just point to point. I have to get here, and it doesn't fit the lore. Big deal. I have to get here, and Galadriel wins.
Yeah,
those were the two things. I can't. When I go back to the scene where she broke out of the prison, and she just magically force pushed 3 guys into a cell.
Yeah,
and
that was closed previously.
Yeah, that was previously closed. So she opened it with her magic elf powers, and then force pushed 3 dudes into it, twice her size. So yeah, it is what it is.
Hey, well, the door automatically opened. They must have had that same device that was working over at the Pelosi house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Pelosi house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The quote-unquote maid.
I can't highlight it because I had to prove it. KJ says, the mithril thing was the most retarded or origin story I've ever heard. Yeah. Oh, actually, there it is. It finally popped up. Yeah, it was. Along with the origin of a volcano and the country.
Cheeto dust.
Yeah, Cheeto dust too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was so dumb. This is my problem now with prequels, is that you're basically getting origin stories for things you didn't care about. That's like the whole problem with Solo. Is that you get the origin story of his gun, his ship, his Wookiee, his name. Yeah, right. fucking great.
And they weren't good origins.
No, they weren't.
The origin of Solo was about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I don't have a last name. Oh, Han
Solo.
Get it?
Right.
Because he's alone. It's like, fuck off.
It was like Dr. Evil wrote that script. It really was, because you sounded like Dr. Evil there. Get it? He was alone, where he has to explain every joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really felt like Dr. Evil wrote that script. And the whole explanation of making the Kessel Run in 10 parsecs or whatever, because they made an original gaffe in the film.
Yeah.
A parsec is a unit of measure. It's not speed or time. Yeah.
Right.
And so they did, it's, how in the grid and all that stuff. Okay, all right, what? I kind of sort of took that there, but it could have been better. It wasn't awful, but it could have been better. So.
Yeah. Just the whole, that whole thing is dumb, right? And I'm just going to repeat that over and over again because that's what it is.
There's just not that much more to say about it.
No, there really isn't. And I can't believe that Screen Rant has an entire article dedicated to this. Right. Like I said, they get a little bit more into the mythology than I care to. but they're able to back it up. And I think it's funny that even sites like Screen Rant are now calling out the bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That article that I pulled for that was not, it was, you know, it wasn't bounding into comics.
No.
You know, and that's what kind of shocked me. I was looking for discussions about Tomb Raider. I think Tomb Raider is a great property. It's something that Mrs. Flew loves, and we wanted it to be good. I don't think with Phoebe Waller-Bridge being in it, it is going to be.
No, it's not.
It's a horrible casting. But you're seeing that all over. They're casting for diversity.
She's not cast as the character. She's going to be one of the writers.
Well, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse. So, yeah, it's probably going to be somebody transgender. It'll be Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah.
That's
oh
who
my
we're
God,
gonna
you're
get.
right. Oh, that would be fucking hilarious.
Now,
Dylan Mulvaney as
Yeah.
Tomb Raider.
that would be a She-Hulk level event.
Oh my God, it would. It would be so good.
That would be I am so disappointed we're not getting She-Hulk 2.0 because I know there were at least 10 to 12 people that liked it. And there was so much content we could have done. The award show that we had pretty much planned out for the second one.
Have they actually made the announcement that there's no season 2?
I believe so. Culture would know that, but I believe he is feeding the ducks.
Originally, they had kind of said that it wasn't happening, and then backed off of
back
that.
and forth.
And then I think
Yeah.
it went back to it's not happening, but I don't know where it left off.
Talking about She-Hulk.
I don't think they have enough money.
Yeah.
And Netflix to pull that stuff, for Netflix, who built really on the sharing model of letting people share passwords and all that stuff when others did not. I mean, you've been able to do that since Netflix been around.
Yeah.
For them to
They
stop
encouraged
that
it.
in the way that they do. Yeah, they encouraged it. So for them to do what they're doing, which is
shows you that
what
they're hurting. They're
Yeah.
hurting.
They're so desperate, they're going to force you to log into your home Wi-Fi every 31 days.
I think
And-
Netflix no longer believes in true love. That's my opinion.
That's
Yeah,
probably
all
true.
you have to do is create a VPN tunnel to wherever that home router is. It's just
Yeah, and that's, I could set that up, do that from there. And, Mrs.
Well,
Flew,
the thing that's
what if I'm
bullshit about
traveling?
it, yeah, exactly, is like I used to travel a lot,
Yeah.
and that's what I would do. Is when I got to the hotel, I'd watch Netflix
Yeah.
or Hulu, and the
'Cause
fact that
porn at the hotel was like $40 a night. That's expensive.
well,
Okay, sorry.
back then they still
Well-
had Pornhub too, so
They had those commercials where, like, they're sending the kid off to college, but
Sharing is
they
the-
can watch the show together because you can share the account at 2 different locations because they're still part of the family. So, I mean, they absolutely encouraged it to happen, and now they're pissed off about it.
they
so.
don't. But see, in the truth of the matter is they don't really have a point. And Tox was 100%. I mean, excuse me, not a point. They don't really have a choice.
Right.
they're broke.
Tox is 100% right. And Netflix is not broke. Let's not overstate it. But
Well, okay, all right, that's a stretch. They're losing money and they can't afford to do it.
They're hemorrhaging.
Yeah, and they're the least worst off. Least worst off,
Right.
yeah. Because you look at Disney is bleeding money. Like you think about it, they are basically. This was a point brought up by Valiant Renegade earlier today. They are bleeding money that they are essentially buying a cruise ship every quarter. That's how much money they are losing. $1.5 billion in content creation for direct to consumer DTC.
Wow.
That is bananas. Okay, so you can't afford to do that. Netflix isn't in the same boat. Netflix is a profitable entity. They want to remain that way. They want to get their stock back to where it used to be in the 600 plus range. And the only way they can do that is to take the 100 million people off the books that they estimate that are benefiting from shared passwords that maybe aren't even in the same country.
Right.
So
Right.
And so they've done a cost analysis on that and determined that the people that will unsubscribe will be less than the people that will subscribe
right.
in order to watch the shows. But I mean, Netflix produces some real crap shows.
Sure.
And then they cancel some really good ones.
Oh,
We were talking about Carnival, the HBO series on the member stream last night. what a great series. It at 8.6 and 8.7 on IMDb for both of those 2 seasons, and they just canceled it.
Yep.
And it's like, why? Because at the time they had Boardwalk Empire was out, so was
it was expensive.
It was expensive to make because it had a huge ensemble cast, and there was a B plot, a C plot, a D plot, an E plot, and expensive to make.
Well, and the sets too. I mean, it was just
all those sets, and they were changing locations all the time. It was definitely an expensive thing to make, and now you see why. Oh well, they had this great ensemble cast. Now they went down to just like 3 or 4. That's because they need to save money after a while. And I think you're going to see another Avatar film because they've already built the set, and they'll probably make another one, I think. But because the cost and stuff that they have, they've got already.
I think it's going to be cheaper for like the sequels
to do the next ones. I think that they'll do that, and maybe they don't do as much, but they'll get some more money.
Well, I think it made its money at this point, right? Culture.
Yeah.
Say again.
Avatar, it made its money.
Oh God, yeah, and then some. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
They really when they got over $1 billion as quickly as they did, and it was definitely going to make 1.5 billion. They were already fine with moving forward on the 2 sequels that they hadn't made yet. But right now, I mean, the problem is with the 3rd film, which is already shot and being edited right now, is that they have 9 hours worth of footage to cut into a film. Because Cameron shoots everything.
Oh, Jesus
Part
Christ.
1, 2, 3.
It's just insane. So yeah.
Well,
so
I mean, I take it the sequels are going to be just as overindulgent as the last one.
Of course, it's Cameron. So you're going to have a 2.5 hour movie, maybe a 3 hour movie, in the 3rd one. The 4th one will be the same. The 5th will be the same. You know, he's really going to have to stretch for the last film, but we'll see what that is. I
mean, if he shot like a fucking 9 hour movie, he could just chop it up into 3 parts.
Except that he's not going to do that. That's not his plan. They already have a story laid out for 4 that they'd already worked through the first act of. So no, that's just what he does. There was supposedly just ungodly amounts of footage for this last film we saw, and they had to chop it down.
Well, I hear that for 4, Greta Thunberg is going to invade the planet.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
So
to save it from the humans.
Save it.
But returning real quickly to the Netflix thing, they're really the only profitable service out there, and everybody's pivoting away from the walled garden approach. If you want, tomorrow I've got a video coming out to talk about Warner Brothers and their path to recovery and the fact that they are now a Wall Street darling. It's for a reason. It's because they've decided, well, maybe this DTC thing isn't exactly the right way to go about stuff. So,
you mean the diversity inclusion stuff?
No. The DIE stuff is also starting to wane there as well. But no, the direct to consumer is the walled garden. You can only find our content here approach. So yeah, it's something that the last studio that learns is going to be the farthest behind, and we already know who that is. It starts with a D. So.
You know what, Brahma? When you crack your knuckles, it is loud.
It is.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize it picked it up.
No, that's all right. I've been hearing.
I thought it was below the threshold.
No,
sorry.
So no. That just you did that. And we're like, wow,
that's some serious knuckle busting.
That's some serious knuckle popping. That's what she said.
Tox, I know you got to go, but thanks for running everything tonight. It was great.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm running this into the ground. I think the direct to consumer thing. What bothers me is I bought stuff on Amazon, and now it's not available. That's what bothers me.
Yeah,
that's
also the reason why I stopped buying stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, no digital stuff.
Yeah, so I bought Blazing Saddles and Song of the South.
Digital copies?
Digital copies.
Wow.
Cannot find either one of them anymore. And, direct-to-consumer works for physical media. Because people who want direct stuff, they want that tactile experience of owning something there. There's some of the same people that read the book, actually read them, you know.
Well, the thing that's fucked up about it, okay, I get it. If it's like a service, a streaming service like Netflix, and they rotate stuff out, I get that. But when you actually go and buy a copy of it, you should still be able to access it, even if they're not selling it. That is fucked up. And again, this goes back to the whole thing with the EULA. It's the reason why you should buy physical media. is because it says there in the end user agreement that they can basically pull it, even though you purchased it. And that's fucking bullshit.
Well, I purchased these before that, but then they do the retroactive EULA.
Yep.
And all that stuff. And these companies, they're there to make money. They do not care about you at all. And you know, Amazon, they are what they are. They're going to screw up Tomb Raider just like they screwed up Rings of Power. And if you like it, fine. I did not. I found Rings of Power to be, man, it was awful.
I thought it was great, man. The meme potential in there was fantastic.
It was there for the content. Yeah, like all the this is Sauron memes with, you know, I did one that had "Hello, my name is Sauron" on it when he's talking to Galadriel. And yeah, you just saw this stuff coming from a mile away. To me, what I'm seeing is, has everyone here watched American Idol? Or
Not
knows what that show
intentionally.
is? Okay.
We know what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So we know what it is. There's a part where they show people and how bad they sing and that they think they're great.
William Hung.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
William Hung, Shebang, and all that stuff.
Shebang,
That was funny as hell.
Shebang. Well, yeah, they intentionally pick those people because they know how bad they are.
Right. So they show that, but some of these people really think they are Madonna and things and stuff like that. And they do this stuff, and you just like, you cringe for them. You're embarrassed for them. And the showrunners and the writers of Rings and Power and the people that produce the show, I cringe for them. I'm embarrassed for them because they don't know how bad of a job they're doing. They have no idea. I feel sorry for the actors who have to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Disa character was great. I thought she did a whole lot with nothing.
Yeah, she did.
That.
I agree.
I thought the Durin character, where the f did that come from? He's not supposed to be called Durin until his dad is dead. And anyway, all those things there were some great acting, and I thought the elf character was fine. But
which elf character are you talking about?
the male one, the black one.
Oh, okay.
What was his name? I can't remember the actor's
Don
name.
Lemon?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon. I thought he did okay with the crap he was given. And that's the thing. It was just so bad. And then the T-shirts for armor and all this stuff. It was just so middle school.
Yeah.
You know, we've been accused of being middle school level stuff, and we are. But
yeah, it's because we actually are. But this is
that
actual
was,
production that did it.
They spent that much money, and that's all they could come up with. So I can't watch those shows anymore, even if I were to start reviewing or doing things like that, because I can't do it. I have been on a kick. At New Year's, they did The Thin Man, which was William Powell and Myrna Loy from the 1930s and 40s. And they did a lot of movies there about like Perry Mason and The Falcon and other crime type sleuth detective novels, because that's when, you know, you had the 20s and 30s are all coming out of the gangster era. The film was so good that the plots were a little cheesy. Some of the gags were cheesy, but it was a great set of films.
Well,
I like they were great.
I like to cite Cherry 2000 because if you've ever watched that movie, you know it's a B movie, but it has a lot of heart, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, for a B movie, I mean the special effects are awful and they're cheap, but the story is actually pretty fucking good. You know, acting's decent.
100%. 100%. That was a bunch of people getting together that wanted to make a film, wanted to make a film, and it comes across. And I want to say that, Eric, I 100% deny this. 100%. It was a thong, not a Speedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. But I can do shebang in Vegas. But yeah, the Cherry 2000, and some of these films that you've seen that people have done it on a shoestring budget. Good Will Hunting. That was a film that got made, and the script was pretty good. I thought the acting was fairly good. It was all Robin Williams carrying that film.
Yeah.
And what a vehicle that he did in that, and a great job that he did. You can tell that the people wanted to make that film. So it's somebody that's not taking top dollar because they feel and they're passionate for the film. The Axnar stuff, R&B, when he got in there and did that, the actors that were in there, they were all doing this not for money. They were doing because they loved Star Trek and they loved those characters. And you watch that prelude to Axnar out there, and it was great.
That was great.
It was. And the R&B, he's got stuff on his site of what it would have been, the CGI of the battle scenes and stuff, and it's phenomenal. Yeah. And I think that they really choked that down because they finally saw that the tools were out there with DaVinci Resolve being free and all this other stuff. People could make something 99% of what they could and better. Mm-hmm. And I think they choked a lot of that stuff down because of that. And
especially when fans were making better content than the actual owners of the property.
Yeah. So with that, I'm going to have to go. I've got to go pick up some kids at the airport. So I wanted to hop on for as long
as they're your kids, it should be fine.
They are. They are. My daughter,
I made that mistake before.
Son, and grandbaby. So I'm going to have them in. They're going to stay with us.
Pick out some extra luggage for yourself too.
Yeah.
I will. I wear my heels and all that stuff. Yeah. I've never once commented on how much that guy looked like Brahma when Brahma's in heels and stuff. But yeah.
I don't know why he keeps sending us those photos. I really don't.
Well, and I didn't need the live
heels
version.
Make my calves very shapely. So
yeah, but I didn't need the live version of that in Vegas.
No, we didn't. And this whole J. Edgar Bull character, head of the FBI. Okay, whatever. So female bull inspector. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. But I've got to go. This is the first show since I started being on here that I'm dipping out early.
Oh, well,
so
why?
I feel.
Your first punch out?
I feel like Culture Casino's 2-minute, sex act.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
I don't know.
It involves a minute 50 of cuddling afterwards.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
You now have made your outro longer than Culture's typical.
Well done. Oh, by the way, this is your second time you're checking out of this stream early.
I know. The battery thing was that the battery slimed out, all that stuff, and we got a new one and used an IKEA bolt. So I know I'll go get another one tomorrow.
The sad part is I can't find the fucking Punch Out video now.
It's at the top. I put it out at the very top. Before we go, can I play one more thing?
Uh-huh. Restomp that groin.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, Toxic Van Flu. Get out of here, you punk.
He had to drop the kids off at the pool.
No ticket.
I was going to say he smelled like Teen Spirit, but
there you go. Too bad Tom wasn't here for that.
Yeah, I know. Miss Tom.
Yeah.
I'm going to hang out with Tom tomorrow.
May he rest in peace.
What? Oh, let's start that rumor.
Yeah, don't write that on people's random Twitter feeds. Apparently, that's a bannable offense.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't show up
doing that.
Don't.
Oh, I got a warning when I did it because I go around every now and then. Someone says something, they'll talk about someone. I have no idea who it is. I'll just go like R.I.P. And it says some people will find this offensive. Do you wish to continue with this tweet? And I'm like, I know the way Elon is at the moment, so I'm like, yeah, I guess I won't tweet it out then.
I always get that people don't normally tweet like this. I'm like, fuck it, I'm posting.
Yeah,
it anyway.
I get that a lot.
Fuck you, Charlie.
Apparently, the phrase Aussie is now offensive.
What?
So, yeah, it's weird because every time I write the word Aussie in there, it's just like it's kind of hard when you're trying to promote the full Aussie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why is Aussie offensive now?
I don't know.
Someone must think it's a slang term.
Yeah, I mean, I named that show, so I feel kind of responsible for that, Grant. I feel bad.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
And, oh, by the way, Coach, that thing you sent me, that's terrifying.
I know. You loved it, though, didn't you?
I don't want to know. Is it a picture of Culture's penis?
No.
It might as well be. There's a big gaping hole in the middle of the screen. So.
Darius for $5. What gets me is how no one noticed how Rings of Power turned mithril into Marvel's vibranium from Black Panther.
No, it was unobtainium from Avatar.
Yeah.
It was freaking stupid from the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much. Toxic Man Flu gifted 20 subs. 20 subs, Jesus Christ. Gifted 20 memberships. Is there really a difference these days? I don't know. You tell me. Eric. How's it going, Eric? Herrera. He says, hey, Comix, how's it going? Are you going to react to the video I sent you on Twitter? You know, dude, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, it's the Lizzo special thing. Oh, God. No, I don't want to watch that, man.
Oh, did you hear that now there's a the chick grifter with the purple blue hair is going around putting privacy claims on people?
Yeah,
it's happened to more than 7 people right now.
Yeah, Quartering posted something about it, and he's like,
yeah,
it's on.
I put it in private if you want it.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I actually have it pulled up. Okay, so it's Lizzo. I guess it's a music video. She's flying like a superhero.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm already scared.
Yeah, you kind of should be.
I feel bad for those piano wires.
Yeah.
Is it called When Pigs Fly?
Like, for elephants, anyway.
I believe the blue whale is the largest mammal next to Lizzo.
That's true.
Yep. Okay. You guys want me to pull up Quartering's tweet?
Yeah,
Sure.
I've actually been sending myself every single person that I've been seeing.
Depends. Are we staying over here or not? Because we could do memes and do that over on the other side if we want to. But
no, you might want to be careful because she'll strike this video as well.
Yeah,
Like I thought a lot of the stuff that she was striking for was like.
No, it's any picture of her that was supposedly.
It's not a picture of her.
No, it's not pictures either. It's even a Star Wars girl actually posted a picture of a timestamp that was given to her from the privacy complaint, and there was no picture, at least from what I can tell.
So it's just random bologna sausage.
I mean, it could be the picture of the thumbnail of the video itself, perhaps, but
She's setting herself up to get sued because of loss of revenue.
She just went after the quartering.
That's the subject of the Quartering's tweet. Is basically it's from YouTube legal support, and yeah, I mean, I think if lawyers get involved, it's over for her.
Yeah, she's done.
Well, let's hope they do.
No. At this point, I hope they do.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Half Asian Bill is going to come for her.
Like I made a video, like a little meme video. Is that going to get Is that going to get hit because I used her face in one of the memes?
Who knows?
I don't know, man. I mean, that's what's so fucked up about it is that. Well, and here's the thing. This is the reason why she's able to get away with it. She's hooked up with that fucking law firm, and they're the ones that are fucking bailing her out.
Oh, remember they went after the guy that did the Trump meme on CNN.
Yeah.
So of course they're going to go after people who do memes, and because everyone knows you're the leader, then we can all just point the finger at you. Simple.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking ridiculous.
They come after me. I'm going. No, it's him.
Oh, I thought you meant you're going down, like you got like a bunker, like in the 3rd episode.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You're going into hiding.
Now I'm going to my basement. Seems to work out.
You'll survive the apocalypse, and you'll meet a really handsome fella one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get the memes. We'll get over on the Rumble side and talk about this stuff.
Okay. You want to play the intro video, or?
Yes.
I can do the memes. I can't do the production.
No, you can't. This is the sad part
Poor
of being
effort,
relying on
Brahma.
Toxic.
Poor effort.
Green Rocks told me to do it.
Get thee to a memery.
Is it this
Oh
one?
my god, the cock.
No, it's not. The Toxic.
I don't know. Play it again. It might be.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Look how Tox is telling me in the chat. It's up at the top.
Oh my god, the cock.
I don't know who edited that, but whoever did, I think there should be multiple hearts at the end just bubbling up of
Out of his crotch.
That was Toxic Manflu who did that.
Okay.
Wouldn't it just been easier to have included me in that?
You are included. If you look in the beginning,
Yeah, dude, you're the bee in the corner.
I literally looked through every slide of every person, and you are in there.
Okay, all right.
Trust me, I made sure. I was like, no, culture has to be in there. He's like, he's in there. Like, look,
I believe you. I'm just teasing. I actually said that, and then Tox did that to me on purpose. Oh, yay! I love this movie.
Heads up, DM's showing. So
is that mad on the groundhog?
Yeah,
it is, and also, what's to go with that picture of Drew on the side?
Yep.
Your DMs are showing, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Why you call it
that one's a minute
40
40 long, and it's all audio, so I don't think we can do that one. Unfortunately,
Well,
McCracken.
It's my audio.
Yeah, well, I guess you could say it's your audio.
It's not.
Are we doing the?
Yeah,
it's not loading for
it's
whatever
not,
reason.
It's not copywritten or anything. It can't be, unless culture.
Oh, I don't.
Admits that it's his voice.
That doesn't want to play either way.
Yeah.
That has music though.
Yeah. Let me mute that. Sorry. Tox does
Oh my
this
God.
more often than I do.
Oh my
Holy hell, Batman!
Why? Why would you do such a thing?
It looks like you're just allergic to
That
shellfish,
is
and you have like a whole plate.
that looks real.
That's freakishly good.
Yeah. Who did that?
That's not even a reface.
That was McCracken.
McCracken. Oh boy.
Yeah, music.
No.
I know. I had it muted, and then when I expanded,
Oh,
it automatically.
Oh boy. Make it stop.
I just got somebody else is getting it this time.
Friday Night Tights is going to get so many of those.
Yeah.
This they'll all be
magic
as.
poop.
And they're all BS, exactly.
This one is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that guy coming through the fire.
That's not a woman.
That's going to smell when that weave catches on fire.
Yeah.
Culture Latino dances with weaves, including best hair. 7 Academy Awards, including best hair.
Thank you. It does look
That
pretty.
went to Corey.
Wow.
Shazam, boner of the gods.
Oh god, look who's above you.
I know. Fucking Kelly Sudaconic is in there.
Iconic. Oh.
Yeah.
That one is Digital Remnant.
That's a Dexterian for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
TNT crew posing with their younger selves.
Wow.
Look at
Alan.
man
That's
flew. He's a
hilarious.
petri dish.
Oh,
That's good. That's Digital Remnant also.
That's great.
I'm hoping I got all of them tonight. I wasn't, we kind of were flying by the seat of our pants on stuff with Tox. So this one is Lord Sumo.
This is disturbing.
The girl trying to scare me with her new Wednesday personality. Meanwhile, my personality. The rise and fall of Ziggy Starduck. How dicks changed the world.
Dude, Rolling Bone.
Dude, that's great.
Whoever did this is well done.
Yeah, that's Gumby.
That's a lot of extra work there.
Yep.
That's
That's a
good.
lot of copy to change.
Yeah.
There's one of culture. Lord Sumo. On a school visit, a principal had a cute slide introducing me, which included my pronouns, used my pronouns, and spoke to my expertise. I'm releasing past trauma and relearning that it's possible to be respected at work. The bare minimum shouldn't feel so good, but it does.
Don't release your trauma at school.
Yeah.
That's how shootouts happen.
This is why we're doomed.
When I need to
because
put
the sad
my
thing is
rocket
that
in
tweet
a
was
hanger,
actually real, right? I mean,
I'm sure it is. Yeah. Sumo again. When I need to put my rocket in a hanger, I get blue.
I'm blue, baba dee ba dee da.
Sumo was busy tonight.
yeah, he was.
Hey guys, want to join in on the fun?
Still, I have to ask the question: Why is he in his underwear?
Yeah, and
Who opened the
I mean,
door?
Yeah,
who opened the door?
Did anybody see that other video where they zoomed in on the window?
Yeah,
Was
on the
that-
left side.
Was that BS or was that actual?
Well, it's a completely different door.
Okay, so it was BS then.
Was it?
Well, I'm saying the door
I
that's
don't know. I'm
here,
asking you guys.
The door that's here in this video is completely different to the exterior shot that they show.
Oh wow. All I know is he
I'll have
didn't
to look at
spill
that.
his drink until the end.
Yeah.
Right. Which, yeah, I wouldn't have either.
That's commitment.
Yeah. Lord Sumo. Go away, there's no meme here. So go, leave me, and my profile alone.
Old man yells at memes.
Wokies when one famous person says something they don't like.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's so true. Leash the memers when they realize that Comix Division isn't a midget.
How is your internet so bad, man?
I have no idea. It's probably just too many things open right now because I've got the
It's in
Rumble,
the
the
bunker,
Odyssey,
that's
the
why.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm Ethernet too. I'm wired. Typically don't have an issue. Elon, when somebody doesn't respect one of his girlfriends. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's they're just not wanting to play. Magic Poop
That's
from
very
our
close.
Indian movie talk earlier.
Yep.
If I ever get doxxed, there's a picture of me on a donkey, and I have one of the headdresses on.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
And I saw this one earlier. It didn't have anything to do with us, but yeah,
That's interesting.
Good.
No, I
had to bookmark
I
it.
think that was a comment that I made about her, like she's singing at a black church.
Right, but this was 6 hours ago that he
Oh,
made
okay.
this one.
Thou art having a big juicy booty.
Favorite big booty Latina.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that I saw, guys. I hope I didn't miss any. Sorry if we did.
Hit the go do the search and type in the hashtag.
Magic Poop had one of
Oh my.
yeah, that one.
Yeah, do we want to search through these live?
Wow.
Well, I mean, I think they're most. I mean, they're not. From what I can tell, they're pretty good.
There's,
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one down is
Not
okay
on this
for
platform.
Okay.
All right. I got a Rumble rant from Blue Eyed Rip Cream for $2. Something to do with studio contracts. I have 13 days. Cistern Collection film. Oh no, that's not Cistern. Sorry, Criterion Collection film, and Tombstone that occasionally I cannot access on Prime as unavailable. Oh, okay. Back to the whole thing with the streaming services.
Oh yeah, that's really it's really weird.
Yeah. Is that what it was? Criterion Collection? Is that where they got the Dexterian collection from?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you know, I guess. All right, folks. Thank you so much. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you so much for everyone who hung out with us. We'll be heading over to Rumble and Odyssey exclusively in a bit. I just want to say, again, thank you to everyone who supports me. Thank you to everyone who has dropped a Rumble rant and a super chat and is a member, both on the YouTube side and the Subscribe Star side. So thank you very much. It's very humbling.
And at the coffee place, at the coffee bean site that collects money that you have, I don't know what.
Ko-Fi. Yeah, Elagabalus for dropping Ko-Fi.
Yeah. And for those that gifted members, and for those of you that have members, thanks for being here.
Indeed. All right, folks, let me find the credits, which I already know where they're at because at the top where I usually leave them. Good night, everyone. We'll see you on the Rumble and Odyssey side.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. A huge thanks to all the supporters. Without you, Comix Division would probably be hoeing on a corner somewhere.
You know, I have like a backlog of copyright claims on this song that I need to clear again. Ridiculous. Seriously, every single stream I get claimed for this song. It's ridiculous.
But something about this song fits us so well.
Yeah, I thought so. Well, the thing that annoys me is I have the license for it. Every single time when I find it, I put it in. Every single stream, I still get a claim for it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I wish there was like a spot in the back end where you can say, I have these licenses, leave me alone.
It feels so empty without Corey reading the names, though.
I know. That's why I said, we can talk during this now.
If only there was an AI that could duplicate voices.
If only!
Thank you all for watching. You are amazing.
Oh, Corey made it.
Yeah, at the very end. All right. We're done here. Bye, YouTube.